Welcome back to Chips.
Do you mean the hit movie with those guys?
With Ralph?
Yeah, with Ralph.
Yeah,
Ralph
with
the
many,
Movie
many DVDs of Chips or Blu-rays or whatever they are.
Yeah. Why is it? Alright.
80 days.
I figured out what to do, I think. Oh, wait. No, I don't. I've already lost it.
Have you ever seen Tomorrow When the War Began?
No.
It
Sounds like a film.
It is.
I'm sorry. I'm such a judgmental prick. I was about to say, sounds bad.
It's based on.
It's just it sounds like a kind of pretentious title. There's a not. Maybe that's just me. Stop climbing, please.
I guess it's a little bit kind of a it's kind of a jerk off writer title, I guess, where it's a bit like wordy, where it's like Tomorrow When the War Began, because it's like this thing happens in the future, but it's also in the past.
Yeah.
That sort of wordplay, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, it just comes across as like I'm trying to sound clever, but not actually sounding clever.
Yeah.
I'm so mean. I'm sorry.
I just do like things that sound nice. I mean, Damn Legacy is its purpose is to explain.
I like Damn Legacy way more than I like Tomorrow When the World
when the War Began. Whoa, there's a longer drop than I thought it was going to be.
I'm all the way back.
And Hale Kane. I just used Hale Kane because it sounded nice. That's why I did it.
Well, Hale Kane's the name of the main character.
Yeah, but like I
one of them.
Like when I made the comic, I started with the name of the comic.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of the same with Cass.
Yeah.
Well, not quite, but the name was one of the first things I came up with, which is rare for me. Edited took me like a year before I thought of the name. And then I told people, and they were like, "All right." It's like it took a year to come up with this, and they were just like, "Neat."
Yeah.
All right. That's what you want to call it. It's like, up until that point, I thought of like 5,000 names. They all sucked.
Yeah.
Kid and the Dragon was one for a while.
That one's on the side pile anyway.
Yeah, it doesn't matter at this point. You know, it's funny. It might go for another rename. It's like, why not? How do we get over there? I don't feel confident making that jump.
I originally wanted to do like a KJ Comics that would happen at the same time as Hale Kane. Because I'm just like that. I just like having really complicated things sometimes. Where I wanted to have Erren draw and write the KJ Comics.
You wanted him to write them as well?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Can
you do everything for me?
What I did was I gave him like a whole bunch of blank frames and was like, make a comic. That's what I did.
That's... It's very presumptuous of you. Can you just make me a thing?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
What is it about? What do I do?
It's like a superhero.
Just do your thing, man.
Yeah. Just work your magic. I trust you.
Erren is not...
trustworthy.
No.
You can't ask him to do something.
Yeah, I was going
to expect him to do something.
Well, obviously, you can't ask anyone to do that. But, no, I was going to say something about Erren. Like, no, that's not true. So, I won't.
Okay. So there we go, Erren. 1 point to you.
Like, well, it's kind of he says it himself, right? Where he'll go. He doesn't consider himself much of a writer, right? But he writes really good D&D campaigns.
Oh.
So I want to give him credit where he might not give himself credit. Right? I think he is a good writer. He's at the very least like creative, in that regard. He could write a story, I think, if he put his mind to it. And writing a D&D campaign is essentially like writing a story.
Yeah.
But he has confided in me. He's told me before. I've asked him like, what do you consider yourself? Could you like write a story and stuff? He's like, oh, I don't know. I'm not really good at writing. And like obviously he might not have the know-how to write like we do because we've studied it. But I think he could write a story. Like I said, D&D campaigns is literally just writing a story anyway, so...
I wouldn't say that I've studied writing. I just like try to get better and making a big effort to like not just release stuff that I'm not confident in.
I consider studying, right, to be going out of your way to learn.
Yeah. Right?
The method of learning does not matter.
Yeah.
Right? I learn a lot about writing
Yeah.
from watching movie reviews on YouTube. And I know what a lot of people say. They say like, oh, you know, oh, this is YouTube. Well, I've never heard anyone say it before, but you know, it's like you can't use that as a valid way. It's like, but there is so much that I've learned, and what's interesting, the thing about those things that I've learned is that they make sense, right? With Ralph, he doesn't just talk about this is shit. He says this is why it's shit, right?
Yeah.
And like it taught me a lot. And I was like, that all makes sense now. This is why this is bad in a film, and that's why this is good in a film, you know. And I learned a lot from watching things like that in terms of writing. And he's like, you can't just write a character like that. I'm like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What the? Oh, wait, what? Oh,
Ralph's
not just Ralph. I watch other people.
my favourite video that he's done, of his movie reviews, is the Gotti ones. I love that video. I've watched it like 5 times or something.
That video is interesting. Every time I watch it, I like it a bit more.
Yeah.
The first time I watched it, I was like, this is good. But the second time, I was like, this is great.
Yeah, because he talks about like this is how you make a good version of what Gotti wants to be.
Well, exactly, you know, and that's what a good movie reviewer said.
Yeah, and it shows like and he's like,
You
where's all the
explain-
food? And I'm like, yes.
Not only do you explain what went wrong, but also explaining what you could do better, and you learn so much. Like that's another thing. I like Lindsay Ellis so much because she teaches as well. She teaches in her reviews.
I like how she goes to Disney and complains about Disney. Like she's at Disney World or whatever it is, and complains about Disney.
I mean, those are all like
because she loves Disney. She knows that she loves Disney, and that's why she criticizes.
And she understands it inside and out. Yeah, but yeah, and that all kind of ties into what I was saying. It's just like I've never I haven't been to film school or anything like that, or taken proper writing classes. There's so much I've learned by going out of my way and learning without ever, you know, properly quote unquote learning, if that makes sense. I think that people shouldn't undervalue that kind of stuff.
I say that because having been to university and studied history and politics, but then also after university doing heaps of research and stuff about V8 supercars, you just got to have the passion, and you can find just as much knowledge, if not more, and you can find some really good stuff just by wanting to find that stuff. Yeah,
and that's the thing about the internet. Is so easy. It's just like right there. People think if you got to study, you got to go to the library and read a book. Not necessary.
The only thing that a structured education can do is point you in the right direction.
Yeah, but if you that's a very very good way of describing that.
Because
man, makes me think. But yeah, no, I feel the exact same way, man. And I feel like you and I, we haven't studied writing, but we have studied writing, you know?
Yeah.
Because we're interested in it, and we want to learn more, and we want to
improve.
We want to improve, and that drive to improve. We practice writing, and we drive to improve, and we help each other out, and we teach each other things. You know, I would say that... I wouldn't say we're the best writers in the world or anything like that. Nowhere near. There's so much that we don't know. And we're still learning, and that's why we talk about it so much on this show, is because it interests us so much, and we want to talk it out and figure things out as we talk and discuss things. And that's why we have writing sessions with each other, where we'll just figure shit out together. You know what I'm saying?
One thing that we should definitely do one day, it might not happen for a long time, is that we should work together on the same project.
Yeah, we've talked about that before.
Yeah, because like you love drawing and I love writing, and like the thing that I don't like doing is the drawing bit. Like I get up to the drawing bit and I'm like, alright, here we go. Yes, get into the grind now.
Well, that's true, but I also like writing.
You also like writing, yeah. And so I think that.
Oh my god, you went through the floor. All right.
But like we'd have to wait for all the stars to line up, so like Cass would have to finish, Hale Kane would have to finish.
Well, I mean, like
all that, but then we could all.
We shouldn't talk about it that much.
Drop all our tools and then just do it. But
if we came up with a great idea and we're like, let's do it, I wouldn't drop Cass, but I'd be like, yeah, I'll do that on the side. Why not? Yeah. If I was passionate about it, I think we'd be co-writers, and I guess I'd do all the illustrating if it doesn't interest you. But I'd like to co-write a project with you for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, we technically are already co-writers. Well, I'm kind of a co-writer for Hale Kane. I'm not a co-writer. You're not a co-writer for Cast.
No.
I say I'm a co-writer. Really, I'm a creative consultant.
Yeah.
Is the real what I am when it comes to Hale Kane.
Yeah.
So just so you guys know, whenever you see a Hale Kane comic,
Yeah, just,
I had a little part in that.
Yeah.
Creative
You can
consultant.
see in the corner a little.
I am a
essence
completely uncredited creative consultant.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit
Essence
about
of Liam in the corner.
that. Essence of me.
Yeah.
Ew.
Here we go.
Alright. So now I just need to get the keys.
Keys to the key.
Well, just the boss key, really.
Well, the key to the drop. Long drop. Get it? Because it's Twilight.
Oh yeah. I've never heard that for a toilet before. So. Whee. This table is actually...
Have you ever been to the toilet in a long drop?
I don't know what that means.
It's like a hole in the ground. It's really deep. And they basically plop a seat on top of it. And you drop your logs down there.
I have not. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, well the one that I've been to...
I'm not a public pooer.
No, well, like when you go camping,
I don't
you
go
make
camping.
you make a long drop.
Okay.
Well, I mean, you can have a long drop. You can also just like dig a hole and plop a seat on top.
This is a great conversation. I was really enjoying this like part that we had about the
creativity.
About creativity. Now we're talking about shit. Just in time. All right, next time on whatever.